Hey everyone. So we know for sure now, basically what we kind of always knew, that the attack on the Capitol was led by Antifa and the left slash Democrats. And how we know that is we got video. The Democrats, I think this is maybe one of the reasons why they cut everything so short after the question came up about testifying. They showed a video that had never been seen before. Doug 10 Power or something like that in Exile, who has very good videos. He had, and I went back to try and find it and put a link in there, but I can't find it now. But it shows the backside of the Capitol and all these guys in typical Antifa gear, the helmets, the backpacks, sitting there breaking windows. You even heard a Trump supporter say, "Don't break the window, bro." And they were carrying a Confederate flag, of course. And then once the windows were broken, they go in. The guy just threw it on the ground. Well, that tells you right there. You know, I'm from the South. You would never throw the Confederate flag on the ground, ever. Just like you wouldn't throw the American flag on the ground. But, you know, when this first happened, I checked out some of the videos, and I hadn't really made any comments on it. But I sat there and I watched them, and you know, you can just tell when soy boys do attack, and they do it the same way. One guy had the skateboard, and how many Trump supporters are out there with skateboards trying to break windows? This was early on at the front of the Capitol. Another guy was swinging, I don't know what it was, an axe or a sledgehammer, something like that. And man, you know, I'm sitting there watching a video, and I kept rewinding. I'm trying, is this a girl? And I think it was a guy, but it was a soy boy. What this was all choreographed. This all happened while Trump was still up at the, what do they call that? Up by the Washington Monument, still giving a speech. This is all going on that. There were some Trump supporters down the Capitol. And you've seen one of the things that every reporter that I've seen talk about that's been reporting on all these marches in Washington, D.C. over all these years is they were just shocked at the lack of police that were available. It never really happened before. And, you know, people forget during Kavanaugh, they stormed the Senate building, the leftists. Didn't hear anything about that, did you? Filming there, getting rowdy. Most of them were invited in by the Democrats themselves, the Democrat senators. I remember they cornered, who's that Arizona Senator? Jeff Flake. And and Flake was such a wimp. It's like four women just catching him in the elevator, and he was scared to death. And I'm like, dude, stop being a wimp. But anyway, so this isn't anything unique. Maybe the couple broken windows were, but again, this wasn't Trump supporters. And I knew that when this first happened because this isn't Trump's supporters' mode of operation. And then they reported that there was all these Motel cocktails. Who who makes Motel cocktails? Antifa. And then we heard about pipe bombs, which again we heard about pipe bombs, and then all of a sudden they go away and we never hear them about them again. There might have been a pipe bomb or two there, but again, the Trump supporters weren't there to blow things up. They were there to support Trump. But anyway, on the backside, they've got all these people breaking windows, and then they finally start going into. And then it's like this was all choreographed. Once they breached the Capitol and got the attack on, and then you've seen it on video, the Capitol Police just opened up the gates and let them all go in. And one of them, this guy in a hoodie, another, not a Trump supporter, obviously, come on. And they go walking in. Now, these were legit Trump supporters. They go walking in. I mean, I'll never forget, there was one couple there. They were probably in their 50s, maybe early 60s. They're just holding hands, and they walk in casually. And boom. Now all these Trump supporters are on the grounds. There was some, maybe a few, that got caught up in the excitement. But it was led and promoted by Antifa. And something I did not know. The protection of the Capitol and the Capitol Police are led by the House Speaker and the Senate Majority Leader. Nancy Pelosi is guilty of this. And we're finding out too now that the police officer that died, he didn't die during the riots. He died a day or two later from stroke. He wasn't beaten with a fire extinguisher. We've been had, fans. We've been had. And they just carry us on, and they gave them an excuse they could to bring in all these National Guard troops because they're going to do stuff that just may cause the Capitol to be attacked. Just may. Because they're going to ruin so many people's lives. Right now, they're talking by 2020, Biden is going to destroy over 1 million jobs. And I don't think that's hyperbolic. I think that's an accurate assessment. And these aren't Walmart or McDonald's jobs that the left likes to talk about trying to get a $15 minimum wage. These are jobs paying, $60, $80, $90 an hour. I mean, at the end of the year, you're talking making 150 to 220, 230,000 a year. That's real money, and they're destroying that. Funny how they're destroying the union jobs first, isn't it? But it's not funny. I feel sorry for the union guys. I think their leadership endorsed Trump, but I think most of the union guys voted for him. But again, it's like Minneapolis and everybody else. You voted them in. You got to put up with the consequences. Anyway, we need to question Pelosi and find out what McConnell knew. I'm not sure exactly what McConnell knew because he fired his sergeant of arms. But I know dang well this was a planned leftist attack, and then they were going to blame it on the Trump supporters. And they have successfully done that. And the truth will come out. But as long as they get what they want before the truth comes out, they don't care. That's their modem of operation right there. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.